How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Darksiders. We're in the Hollows, second dungeon of the game, and the Lair of the Griever, we got a preview of at the beginning of the dungeon last time. So, first things first, we start the dungeon off with a pretty simple puzzle room and an introduction to a new enemy type. I believe these guys are part of kind of a neutral race in the destroyed city called the Swarm. There are like 3 of these bug variant enemies. I don't remember the names of all of them. I believe the little green ones are called locusts, which is pretty fitting because they're just kind of pesky, tiny little enemies. They have a really neat animation for when you just execute an instant kill on them. Just rip them in half raw. So let's see, we have a bomb thrown up on the red crystal on the second floor. We have to get up there. The trick to this room is that we have to light all of the gas leaks in this room on fire. So the switch here lights the first gas leak, and then we can kind of use the crossblade to chain the fire from pipe to pipe. Now, I remembered the Twilight Cathedral pretty much, mostly perfectly, with a couple of rare exceptions. There's the animation I'm looking for. They give you a little bit of health back, about as much as they take away per hit. My memory's a little bit more fuzzy on the Hollows. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way because these are the 2 opening dungeons of the game, so they're pretty simple, but you're gonna see mistakes like that. Small little things cropping up here and there. Memory's not perfect here. So we're gonna have to climb up again, because I could not chain the fire from where I was on the second floor. I remember the broad strokes of this dungeon, and that's the important part, so we shouldn't be getting stuck for too long in any one section. And again, it's the second dungeon of the game, so it's more complex. It's a little bit more elaborate than the Twilight Cathedral, but it's still not gonna be much of a brainbuster. Come to think of it, I actually really like this dungeon a lot. It flows really well because of the switches between the swimming sections and the flying around. Item that you get here is really neat. You have a slightly more, you have more long-term and mid-term goals rather than just like the short-term one-room goals that you got a lot in the Twilight Cathedral like we got there, where it's just like, okay, you have one room, you have one goal in this room. You get a lot more overarching multi-room puzzles in this one, I feel like. You start to get introduced to that concept a bit more here. So we'll come back to this room later, I think. There's nothing we can do here right now, so we can only progress this way. Yeah, these new minions. These guys are real skeletons, basically. They have these big Triceratops spines on their backs. They will roll at you, spinning. Do Blanca balls at you. So, if you get the chance, just corner them, don't let them go. Easier said than done when a couple of them start showing up at a time. They will attack you from off screen, too. It's not like Bayonetta, where if an enemy is not visible to you, they kind of back off on their aggression. So you kind of have to do a lot of listening out for sound cues with these guys. There are also parts of this dungeon that are just really pretty. Since we haven't gotten very far in the dungeon yet, we haven't gotten a chance to see like some of the really nice visual design going on here, but it's just like Anvil's Fort and the Brown Path. It keeps up that visual theme. And it's really pretty. I'm a fan of this dungeon. I can't really say that there's a dungeon in the game that I really avidly dislike. Avidly, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, now we just, oh shit. Ping-ponging off me. Okay, maybe creating space wasn't the best idea. Try to control as many of them as possible, there we go. I was suspicious for that parry. Didn't quite cancel in time. There we go, I was looking to level the site up. So that golem just broke down a wall, which you can clearly see on the minimap has something behind it. If you're not paying attention to the minimap, it's really easy to miss the item that he just revealed. Use a little bit more of my wrath. And a little bit more. Wow, we have 4 bars now. That's the benefit of really being meticulous, and if you're not going to 100% the game for the heart pieces, it's worth doing for the extra wrath. Because otherwise, you go through the whole game with like 2, maybe 3 wrath shards in the end game, and it's so insufficient, and it makes the game feel really suffocating. You can't use your wrath abilities at all, and it kind of presents this like BFG problem, where you get so little wrath that you never want to use it, especially for something other than the Blade Geyser, because why would you use such a rare resource on a weaker spell? The Blade Geyser is so disproportionately strong compared to like, what are the others, like Immolation and Stone Skin, and I don't even remember the other one. But like once you have a couple of extra bars of wrath, and even some enhancements that help you generate the wrath a little bit quicker, you start to get the feeling of like, okay, maybe I can use a bar here and there just for funsies. It's not like this dire situation of, I have to conserve my wrath because it's kind of my get out of jail free card. They solved that problem a little bit in Darksiders 2, I believe. You would solve it even better, God of War 3. God of War 3 kind of had a similar, God of War as a series kind of had a similar problem up until God of War 3, where they introduced the item meter, which is just like, it's a constantly refilling energy meter that starts refilling as soon as you're not using an item, and it dictates like the use of all of your special items. I think it was your magic too. Am I getting that wrong? I don't know. You would think for as many times as I have replayed God of War 3, I would remember that a little bit better. No, God of War 3 still had magic, didn't it? I'm wrong. I still like the system of the item meter there. I thought that was really well implemented, and it gave you a lot of freedom in using your stuff. Let's see, we get the Reaper enhancement here, boosts the Harvest of Souls. I didn't catch whether or not that has a passive, so I always like to go into the enhancements and check. Now, just slotted bonuses. If you slot on a site, you get even more souls, and this is just bonus souls acquired from enemies and creatures, so that'll be worth putting on our 3rd weapon, or when I get a chance to switch some of my enhancements around. For now, I think I'm going to stick with Combat Lore and Weapon Master on the Chaos here. The 3rd weapon is not really a spoiler. There is a slot that's clearly laid out for it on that menu. In fact, we are going to be picking that 3rd weapon up in this dungeon. And this is the Beholder's Key. This is what we really needed to get in here. So the things that we needed to do in this underwater mini-maze, we needed to get that Beholder's Key, and we needed to turn off the underwater fan. Somebody pointed out that these doors are actually kind of clever because you're sticking that Keyblade into the eye of the Beholder. I like that. And we know what this means because we saw it in the Twilight Cathedral. Badass chest means a new dungeon item. The Tremor Gauntlet. War now has a gauntlet to match his other gigantic fist. Just like that, we get the introduction of a new enemy type. Can't remember what these guys are called. but their visual design tells you all about what kind of beasts they are. They don't feel like they're quite as aggressive or quite as powerful as some of the other bigger enemies, like the Golans or the Flesh Bursters. They're still nothing to mess around with. They do have quite a bit of HP. This is not an actual execute command. You have to do that twice, so there's a lot of HP on them the way around. That'll help out, though. That'll help out a lot. That parry counter hit does a ton of damage if I've never explained that before. Okay, so we get in the arena to test out our Tremor Gauntlet in. This weapon is very, very cool. Oh, that was buggy animation because it was over the chest. Hit for hit, this does more damage than the Chaos Eater. I don't know if it does more damage than Level Up Chaos Eater with the Weapon Master enhancement on, but it is very, very powerful. All things being even, yeah, hit for hit is more damaging than the Chaos Eater. The only drawback to the Tremor Gauntlet, if you're using it as a weapon, is that it's kind of difficult to combo with, because it tends to push enemies so far away from you. If you have them up against the wall or in the corner, it is devastating. And it does present some very cool combo opportunities. It has a nice AoE, you can charge it up and slam the ground and send everything around you flying in the air, and you can follow up on that with a juggle. It's a pretty fun weapon, plus it has some good upgrades. It's one of the most useful upgrades in the game, in my opinion. Now that we have a second one of these motherfuckers, let's just go Chaos Form and end this real quick like. Before I lose any more health. Ooh, I wasn't paying attention to my health. Not paying attention to that at all. So we have these Bone Wheel minions, and we have Phantom Guards left, so just Blade Geyser them, save myself the trouble. Now I believe that's the end of the arena. Yeah. Okay, we can get on out of here. First we have to climb up here, get the chest, because I believe this has another key in it. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll find Vulgrim until we exit the dungeon, so I can upgrade the Tremor Gauntlet. Which is a shame, because it's got an upgrade that... The reason that I call this one of the most useful upgrades in the game is because it actually enhances your mobility quite a bit. Lets you move around a lot faster. The main function of the Tremor Gauntlet, though, is this. It's a puzzle-solving weapon. It is finally what will allow us to break down those blue crystalline barriers. Ooh, can I not? Because I thought there was something up here that I might have missed when I jumped in the water. Nope, it's a dead end. Probably should look at the minimap. Oh well. Alright, so what are we heading to next? I think this might be the end of the first half of the dungeon. Maybe that's a little bit premature. No, we still have a little bit left to do. Oh, I remember this. This is a kind of nifty puzzle. First, let's see, there should be a couple chests in this room that's life. I don't need that. It should be Wrath over here, though. That's good. That's always handy. Maybe I will wind up picking up some of the other Wrath spells and not just using Blade Geyser. I can't remember how many Wrath cores you get, how many bars of Wrath you get throughout the entire game. I know I may be getting at least a few more. I'm not sure quite how many, though. Here's another function of the Tremor Gauntlet. If you grab onto something, you can charge the Tremor Gauntlet up and punch it really far, which makes it kind of nice for block pushing puzzles. Which, coincidentally, we happen to have one of those right now. Unfortunately, the Tremor Gauntlet punches this too far, so we still wind up having to drag it slowly backwards. So there's a break in the railing here. We lift the platform up, and we can not do that. We can shockwave punch it to the next platform. We kind of rinse and repeat that with a couple wrinkles for the next two. So again, punch over here, we lift it, and we're going to push it to that broken section of the guardrail. But since that next platform is raised, we can't quite punch over just yet, so we have to jump up on the low gear and lower this platform. Also, before this lowers, grab the artifact over here. It's another soldier one, so 500 extra souls. I think there are 2 regular soldier ones in here, and then there should also be a champion artifact in here, which is worth quite a bit more. There are actually quite a lot of collectibles in the hollows. I kind of wish it was like Twilight Princess, in that you always knew that there were 2 heart pieces in every dungeon. I like that consistent uniform style thing. Oh, right, I have to raise this platform again. So we did all that work pushing this. This looks like it's going to be a gear or a lever or something. It's not. It's actually just a platform so we can get up here. Which, if you're down for sequence breaking, you can get up there without doing that puzzle. Because you can get an infinite jump using the horn and the crossblade. Something that I'm really, really bad at doing, so maybe I'll practice off screen just to show that off. There are lots of weird, unexpected opportunities to sequence break in this game. And lots of, like, how does this even work kind of bugs. Tremor Gauntlet, if you can get the locusts within its area of effect, which is easier to do with a few upgrades, you can actually just pop them all at once. Kind of a handy AoE tool for these guys. I'm disappointed with how little damage the crossblade does to them. Because I got the Ricochet upgrade specifically so I can take these guys out a little bit quicker, but it just takes so long with the crossblade, even with the Ricochet upgrade, bouncing between all of them, that's not worth it. Down below, you can see into the room that we first got the Tremor Gauntlet. So we're now on the floor above that. Actually, this is a really pretty room that I didn't really take a good look at, and you can see into the cityscape above. Oh, hey. We have the Griever back. The Griever is trying to crush us. Just gotta watch overhead. Oh, and minions. Blocking mitigates good chunk of damage. I don't believe that it eliminates all damage when you block an attack, except if you do a parry. Pretty sure parrying keeps you safe. Although, it only parries 1 hit. So if the enemies come at you with a multi-hit combo, and you parry the first hit, they will still tend to hit you with the follow-up attacks before your counter-attack lands, so you'll kind of trade with them. Another new variant of the minion type. This one shoots fireballs. Actually less threatening than it seems. It's more of a nuisance. This enemy type in general is not that prone to kill you. To killing you. But they're nuisance enemies. They're the kind of enemies that they're introducing now so that they can throw them in an arena later on with some of the bigger, more dangerous enemy types. Their whole goal is to distract you so the big enemies can land hits on you. Alright, so I told you we would be coming back here. We just had to take the long, circuitous way around. Alright, so we have a little bit left to do in this room before we can proceed onwards, but we can break this crystalline barrier now. That releases a ton of water, which further floods this room, but it drains the water over here in this train cart room. So that is what we wanted to do. Before we move on to that room, we swim to the bottom of this tiny lake. We find an artifact down there, and there's something else in this room that I don't want to miss. The map is in this room, but I don't remember where. So we're going to take a second and just scope things out and find that. Let's see, where can I get a good vantage point? Oh, wait. Is it... I missed it. It's right over here. There we go. So we needed the room to become further flooded so we could swim over to the map chest and pick it up. Good stuff. We'll take a little quick look at that. There are fewer floors in this dungeon, but you'll see in a second that... that's not my map button. It's much, much bigger than the Twilight Cathedral. Fewer floors, much bigger. Much more complicated layout. So we'll get started on the train car puzzle next time. For now, thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.